Ever made plans only for your chronic illness to change them in an instant? I'm Elise, and this is where we keep it real about living with the chronic illness while still trying to live our best life. And today, we're going to dive into talking about how chronic illness can ruin our plans and we have to pivot. If you're new here, please comment, engage, like, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you can be reminded when I drop a video, and then also share with somebody you may know who is living with a chronic illness and could benefit from this channel. So as of lately, I have been hospitalized quite frequently, and honestly, sometimes it gets discouraging, especially when I'm hospitalized back to back to back to back. So I'll say within the last 3 months, I have been hospitalized at least once. And with these hospitalizations, it changes my plans, especially recently, getting back into creating content and creating videos for my YouTube, having a schedule and wanting to stay consistent with recording videos, recording content, posting and things like that. Being in the hospital changes that, and it makes things a little bit difficult. So I try my best to record ahead just in case those things occur, because I do know, especially with the winter months here in Michigan, that I can be hospitalized. So I want to stay ahead of things, but sometimes, living with a chronic illness, you're not always able to plan, and you're not always able to be in control of things. And as someone who likes to be in control of things, it is hard. So today we're going to talk about, some tips on how to cope and manage those moments when a chronic illness does, ruin your plans or come in and try to shake things up a little bit. So first I want to talk about acknowledging your feelings and practicing self-compassion. One thing for me is when I have to cancel plans, or if I get sick and I can't make it somewhere, I really feel guilty. And for a long time, I would just show up to things. Whether I was in pain, I would fake it till I make it, or I know that the weather is bad, I would still show up because that's just who I am, and I still want to show up for people. And so I will put my health at risk to be there for people. And I had to honestly be real with myself and start to learn to be real with myself and just say, hey, if these people really love you, really care about you, and are really your friends, then they will understand you canceling or not being able to come because of you not feeling well, or the weather may be too cold. They would truly understand that, and they wouldn't feel no type of way about it. So, and I used to also feel really bad and beat myself up about it. Like, dang, I feel bad because I couldn't make it, or even when I have to call off work. And this is something that I am dealing with now and still trying to work through it, because I often feel guilty when I have to call off work, and especially because I work a hybrid schedule where I work in the office and at home. And it's kind of like, well, you working at home, like, why do you need to call off? And so I have to change the way that I think about that, change the way that I view it, and say, no, you're sick. If you continue to push yourself, you're going to become more sick, and then that can lead to you being in the hospital, and that could lead to you missing out on really important days. So why not just take the moment, listen to your body, and just call off? So that part is the self-compassion part, where you're nice to yourself and you're not beating yourself up because you missed out on an event or you missed out on work. You have to be nice to yourself and have compassion with yourself. You give everybody else compassion. Why can't you give yourself compassion? You deserve the same compassion that you give everybody else. You're telling everybody else, oh, it's okay, you need to take care of yourself. But you won't take that own advice and tell yourself you need to take care of yourself. That job would be okay if you miss a day. And if that person don't understand why you can't make it, then, do they really truly care and rock with you? And then next, adjust your plans and set real expectations. So, like I said in the beginning, sometimes our chronic illness can affect us, and we have these grand old plans. It's been times where I have booked trips And the day before I was supposed to leave, I ended up in the hospital. And that is like really a bummer, you know? So in those moments, I had to learn to adjust. I had a rental, a hotel, and all these accommodations, but I had somebody else that was going with me. So in that moment, we had to adjust. So we changed the rental over to that person's name. We got the hotel information corrected so they can still check in, so they can still get their rental, and they can still have a good weekend enjoying their vacation that they paid for as well. So learning to adjust, and also still having that plan, because you do want to have, if you're someone who is getting in this content space and really trying to be on track, or even starting a business, whatever that thing may be for you, starting a business, creating content, trying to do better in your 9 to 5, whatever it may be, you have to adjust, and you have to learn to adjust when your plans are kind of shifted. So for me, and for example, being in the hospital, when I had this whole content day planned out, I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna shoot this many videos. So now that I'm not able to shoot those videos and get that content planned out, now what I'm gonna do is start working on other content ideas or other things that I want to do. So when I am out of the hospital, I'm back together, I can then shoot that content that was already planned, and I have my next content date and content schedule ready to go, the looks, the ideas, the topics, and what I want. So one, you want to acknowledge your feelings and give yourself self-compassion. And two, you want to adjust your plans and be realistic with your expectations. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you have any tips or like tricks or anything that you do to help yourself when your plans are ruined due to your chronic illness? If so, I want you to drop them down in the comments so we can engage, and we can kick it and we can bounce off things. And maybe something out there that you do that I don't do and may help me. So I really want to hear from you in the comments. And then also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And, so we can build our community here. And I just want to thank you for joining and watching this video and tuning into this journey. I hope it's something that I said here that inspires you, that helps you along the way. And I'll talk to you soon.